Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Valerie Touze, the co-founder and COO of a company called Edoki Academy, Edoki. Thank you for joining us, Valerie.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, to start with, what Edoki Academy is all about.
So Edoki Academy was founded in 2012, and it's all about bringing the Montessori pedagogy and the philosophy to touchscreens. So because a lot of children don't have access to real Montessori schools around the world, and that's a shame because it's a really great way to learn. And so we thought that although some people think that Montessori and screens cannot go together, well, we agree that it's better to go to a real Montessori school. But if you can't, which is the case of a lot of children, we thought we would make it available on tablets and smartphones.
At a relatively affordable price in comparison, anyway, to a typical Montessori school, right?
Yes. Again, it's not meant to replace a school, but it's another way. You know, it brings parents an alternative to, first of all, to playing. I don't like the word, but stupid games on the devices, and it's also an alternative for children who we get a lot of emails from parents of children who have learning disabilities or just learning, problems, and that need to do some reinforcement. And so they love our apps for that because it gives them a different way of teaching, of getting to the same objective, if you like.
Well, step us through. What should parents know here? Take us through the process and what they can expect from this.
Right. So our main product today is called Montessori Pre School, and it's aimed at children from 3 to 7 years old. And basically what it does is it gives the child an environment in which he or she can play and learn at the same time, but always using the Montessori pedagogy as much as we can. And so the important thing to keep in mind is that the reason why we started this, and I'm a certified Montessori teacher, is that, and I have 4 children of my own, so I saw how my kids struggled with computers because the mouse is a difficult interface for young children. And so when the iPad was first released, I saw the potential for young children who actually touched the screen and something happened instantly. So our apps are all about letting the child discover and transforming or porting as much as the Montessori materials as we can from the 3D world to the touchscreen world.
I was always under the impression that Montessori schools did not encourage screen time for young children. So tell us how you justify all this.
Yeah. So my justification as a professional and as a parent is that, you can always say 0 screen. I would never recommend any real screen time before the age of 3 to begin with. So our products are always aimed at 3 and over. And I don't believe in forbidding anything completely, if you like. I would much rather educate my children on how they use it and what they use on it, right? So Maria Montessori, one of the really key points in her pedagogy is that she says that the environment must be a prepared environment for the child. So if you go to a Montessori school, the teachers will always use these words and will explain that basically children can access the material that is available for them on the shelves because they've been told that it's for them to use. If they've been showed by the teacher, they can use it as much as they want, as long as they respect the rules, which is that you must put it back in an orderly fashion, and you can only use it again if you've been taught. So I would compare an iPad or an iPhone or whatever tablet parents might use to a prepared environment. If you give your child a tablet which has only apps that are meant for them on it, because there are ways to block the home button so that they don't divert to YouTube Kids or basic YouTube. There are ways in which you can use these. They are very powerful devices. And the one thing that I really dislike is that parents are using them as portable televisions, and that's not what they were meant to be used as. They are powerful learning tools, and we design apps that are interactive, that are there for children to react to and to be active in the way they learn, not to just sit down and relax and just watch something that's happening.
Interesting. So tell us about the pricing and the platforms and languages that are available.
Yeah. So Edoki Academy has about 29 apps available on the App Store, the Google Play Store, and the Amazon Store. Most of our apps are priced between $2.99 and $5.99, I would say. And Montessori Preschool is a subscription, so you can subscribe either monthly or yearly. It's $5.99 a month or $59.99 a year. So you get a bit of a discount if you subscribe for 1 year. And in terms of languages, most of our apps are available in 21 languages, which is huge. Our preschool app, because it's a very big app, and we add new content to it every other month. It's available in 7 languages. It was released 2 years ago in only English and French. And so throughout these 2 years, we added simplified and traditional Chinese, Korean, Spanish, German. So now it has all these 7 languages, and we will add more as we go along and as we get more and more requests from users.
How does it work in households where they have more than one young child? Do they need separate subscriptions?
Not at all, not at all. Our system allows for up to 7 users. So meaning that, 7 different devices, but up to 40 different users. So very little parents have that many children, sorry. But you need to know that our apps are also used in schools. So not Montessori schools, because as you said, Montessori is not very pro-screen. And if you are in a Montessori school, then you probably don't need our apps, which is, what I said in the beginning. But a lot of other more traditional schools that use tablets in school have our apps. And so teachers can create up to 40 different child profile, and then they can all use the same subscription. So for parents, as far as parents are concerned, they only need 1 subscription for up to 7 devices. And if they have more than 1 child, then they just create a different profile for each child. And then they can pick up from wherever they left off at their last session. So that's really easy. And also, the language can just be changed inside the app settings. So it's 3 clicks, 3 taps, and you go from English to Chinese or Spanish to English. So we get a lot of multicultural families who use the app to teach their children to learn to read or count in different languages.
Very interesting. So this is available now. So tell us, going forward, what plans are. Do you expect to expand this curriculum beyond the preschool ages?
Well, for the moment, we still have a lot of interesting content that we know we can add to preschool. So again, we like to listen to our users, and we get many emails every day from parents or teachers asking us, could you add this? Could you add that? Because we have coding, we have coloring, we have critical thinking games. So there are all sorts of different activities that children can do inside the app. So based on this feedback, we create our roadmap. And as I said, every 2 months, our subscribers get new games or new languages. So going forward, I would say in the 2 years to come, I think the most of the content that would be added will be added to Montessori Preschool to make it also because we're aiming children from 3 to 7. We want to add as much new content for 3-year-olds, then 4-year-olds, then 5-year-olds, So we are always working on trying to balance everything out inside the app.
And is this going to work on older tablets, Android or iOS and phones, or do they need most recent models?
So obviously we know that a lot of children use hand-me-down devices. So we really do our best to try and maintain older OSs. It's not always possible. At the moment, if parents are wondering, we still support iOS 9, and just so Apple will be releasing iOS 13 in the fall, so it's 4 versions down. So it's getting more and more complicated. And also, as Apple and Google release new devices, they tend to shut down previous OSs. So we know that it's a big deal for our target audience, so we really work on that. But as the app grows in size, because we add more content, it is something that's complicated to guarantee.
For more information, where can folks go?
So definitely take a look on our website. It's www.edokiacademy.com. There's information on Montessori. There's information on the app contents. There are a few games that are available for free, and people who are interested can start the subscription right there and then. If you're interested in starting the subscription, you get the first 7 days are free. If you can cancel within the first 6 days and you don't get charged anything. And if you decide that you like it and you don't cancel, then you can choose either monthly or yearly for your billing option.
Again, it's Edoki Academy, EDOKI Academy.com. Valerie Touze, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you very much for listening to me. And also, if people have any questions, they can also send us an email on support@edokiacademy.com. We're always happy to answer any questions that parents might have.
Now this. Innovation. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, and I've been covering consumer technology for a long time, and it takes a lot to impress me. That's why I'm excited to tell you about the latest way to enjoy cooking in the great outdoors from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. What if you could harness the sun to cook your meals anywhere you go, day or night? The GoSun Fusion arrives this summer using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage, and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co and use the code TEXTINATION to save 10%. That's gosun.co.